Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing, a service of Joyce House right here on 93 WIBC, joycehouse.org, adult day service, and as well as taking good care of you, the caregiver. Jeff Gronemeyer from American Senior Communities joins us. American Senior Communities has been such a good supporter, good friend of Caregiver Crossing, asccare.com, and Jeff Gronemeyer, also a very good friend of us, to all of us here at WIBC and Caregiver Crossing, joins us because right now we are going to talk about senior care funding. This is a part of our senior care funding series with Abigail Schlechter, Belinda Schlechter. The place is called Amada Senior Care. And ladies, thanks for sticking around with us. We appreciate it. We really appreciate when you ladies show up. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about veterans aid and attendance. That is what you are here for. We'll start with you, Belinda. What is veterans aid and attendance?
Veterans Aid and Attendance is a benefit offered by the government, and it provides wartime veterans and their living or surviving spouses with tax-free financial aid for senior care needs. And this benefit is for applicants who need financial help to pay for their senior care, which includes in-home care. Importantly, it's a non-service connected disability, meaning the disability does not have to be a result of service in the military.
Oh, no. It does not need to be a disability that you got from serving time.
Right.
Serving time for our nation. Not in jail, but for serving time, serving your service.
Yes, and this benefit is highly underutilized. And many professionals in the senior industry and veterans don't even know about this program. So I'm hoping people will be listening and we can educate.
Yeah, affordability is a big issue. You know, we in our AL communities, we have a lot that goes on. What kind of steps should a family or should somebody ask if they're already working with an AL partner put out there so that they can get involved and find the right people? I'm sure it's, is it a financial planner? Who do they need to talk to? Obviously, you guys are out there doing it. What's the best way to find help?
There are actually several options. Veterans and their spouses can apply themselves. They can print or complete an online application, but I want to point out that it's very complicated. And the full submission usually involves a collection of multiple documents, including the military discharge papers, more commonly known as the DD-214. You need a medical statement from the physician supporting the need for assistance, marriage certificates, financial and bank statements. There's a lot to it, and there are really numerous resources out there that will help with this. The collection of the documents, but most charge between $800 and $1,500 to do that. At Amada Senior Care, however, we work with a partner and we actually pay the fee to collect the documents and complete the submission. If families try to do this on their own, it can take up to a year to get approved. But if you work with us at Amada Senior Care and our partner, we can get home care initiated within 30 to 60 days. And again, there are no fees to the vet.
That's awesome. Abigail, explain what Amada is all about, what Amada Senior Care is.
Yes. So at Amada Senior Care, we are providing in-home care for our seniors, typically within their private home where they grew up. However, we do follow our families along that entire continuum of care. So we will go in and provide assistance for those activities of daily living, dressing, bathing, meal prep, transportation, transferring, really keeping our seniors safe and independent wherever they call home.
And a lot, that means also serving a lot of veterans, right?
Yes.
All right. That is Abigail Schlechter along with Belinda Schlechter. It's Amada Senior Care. What is it? We're going to continue on, but right now, what is the website? Where can people get more information, Abigail?
You can go to www.amada-greaterindianapolis.com.
Okay. What's the cost to be a part of your services, Abigail?
Yes, so typically for our veterans specifically, when you're approved, there are different amounts based on if you are a veteran, if you are a veteran couple with a married spouse, or if you are a surviving spouse. So a widowed surviving spouse would get just over $1,200 a month to support their care. A single veteran would get $1,900 a month, roughly, for their care. A married couple would get over $2,200 per month to support their care. And two married veterans together would get almost $3,000 a month to go towards
Wow.
care cost.
That is awesome. Please, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, and I could be wrong about this, but I think I'll ask the question. Hopefully, it gets clarified. And that money goes to the veteran
Goes directly
versus
to the
going
veteran.
to the
Oh.
provider. So I know I've had that question at senior communities. Sometimes the assumption is that maybe the building or the home care provider gets the money. It actually goes to the veteran, and then they can use that for their care, which I think is great if I'm right about that.
Yeah, they're obligated to use it for home care, assisted living, or skilled nursing, but the money goes to the veteran or the spouse, and they make the payments for
great.
care.
And one other, you mentioned that contract, and I've heard that before. So if you didn't hear her say, please reach out to somebody. It is if the Veterans Administration, if there's like one checkbox on there that's not right, they kick it back. So you want to make sure you have professionals like them helping you with that. But the other side too is explain a little bit more about the surviving spouse piece. Is it true or is it not true that for like a woman or a man even, if their spouse is gone and they're widowed, they can't be remarried, right? They have to still have that original timeline or whatever you call it between that relationship?
That's correct.
Okay.
They need to be a widowed or widower
And not have
spouse
remarried.
and not have remarried or have been divorced.
Sure. Great.
Okay. Are there other qualifications that we should know about?
Yes. So a veteran has to have served 90 days active duty, and one of those days has to be during one of the wartime periods. You also have to have an honorable discharge, and as Belinda mentioned, you do need assistance with at least 2 of those activities of daily living with doctor verification. And then there is a financial limit where your income and assets need to be less than $127,000. However, your primary residence and your car are not going to contribute to this amount.
Oh, that's
goodness.
nice.
That
Yeah,
is
because a
nice.
lot of people when they look for us, like in the SNF side, the Medicare, our Medicaid benefit, that look back does include your house and cars and things
Oh,
like
it
that. So it's
does.
really nice that this veterans piece doesn't have that in there.
Okay. It's Amada Senior Care. That's the name of this organization. This Amada Senior Care. Abigail Schluchter, Belinda Schluchter are with Jeff Gronemeyer and myself here at WIBC for our Caregiver Crossing show. Is there anything before we let you go? We've got just about, a little less than a minute. Anything else we need to know, Belinda, before we let you go?
I think it's important for people to realize that if they get the Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefit, it is paid in addition to the veterans basic pension. That will not be reduced. That's a common question we get. People are really worried about that.
Okay. All right.
That's
And
great to
again,
know.
Belinda, again, how do we get a hold of you?
Amada, www.amadagreaterindianapolis.com, or you can reach us by phone at 317-960-4171, and we'd love to help you out.
Terrific. That is Belinda Schluchter and Abigail Schluchter. Amada Senior Care. They're going to come back and join us again very soon to talk about life insurance conversion and reverse mortgages as we continue on Caregiver Crossing 93 WIBC.